Hey class, I hope you're doing well. I have recorded this video in order to review all of our questions and answers from Brazil's Snake Island Legend Meets Science Comprehension Check. By now you should have read the passage and you should have completed the comprehension check from yesterday. So this video will go over the questions and the answers for you, okay? So let's get started. Notice that I have all this highlighting going on my screen. These are all the pieces of textual evidence that help me answer every single question on the comprehension check, okay? So I've already went ahead and highlighted and numbered each piece of textual evidence just to make this video a little bit quicker and I don't have to highlight while we're going through the video, okay? So here's our form on our right-hand side. Be sure that you include your first name and your last name and your period number, okay? So I'm going to complete the form as we go over each question. All right, let's take a look. Okay, question 1. It is so dangerous to visit Snake Island that the Brazilian government A. arrests visitors immediately upon arrival, has made it illegal to go there, is willing to pay adventurers who can survive on the island, or D. pretends that the island doesn't exist. So what is the answer to this question? Well, if you read closely, specifically in that first paragraph, you'll see that it literally says, it is so dangerous to visit this island that the Brazilian government has made it illegal to go there. So our answer to question number 1 is choice B. It says it right here, okay? It actually says it that the Brazilian government has made it illegal to go there. So there is your textual evidence. It's specifically and explicitly stated within the text, okay? All right, question 2. According to one legend, who used to live on the island? Okay, so now we're talking about legends. Notice that this second subsection or subtitle is titled The Legend of the Lighthouse. So if the question is asking specifically about legends, then we should be able to understand that this subsection is going to give us some information about it. So according to the legend, who used to live on the island? A. Incans, B. Pirates, C. the lighthouse keeper and his family, or D. the Brazilian Navy. Well, it says right here in green, the legend has it that the lighthouse keeper had lived there with his wife and young daughter for several years when a crew on a supply trip found the entire family dead. So obviously a very unhappy ending for the family if this legend might be true, but the answer to question number 2 is choice C. It says explicitly in the text that the legend had it that a lighthouse keeper and his family lived on the island. Okay? All right, on to question 3. Snake Island is the result of. So this question is asking, how did Snake Island come to be? How did it form? How is it created? So right here in just the facts, you see that it says Snake Island was simply an accidental result of the rising sea levels, and the exceptional circumstances of the island today are nothing more than the result of evolution. So right here again, the information, these 2 pieces of text evidence are right here for you. And it actually answers question 3 for you. So evolution and rising sea levels are both the reason why Snake Island came to be. So your answer for question 3 is choice C. Okay, question 4. The snakes on Snake Island were able to reproduce rapidly because. So why did these snakes reproduce so quickly? There has to be a reason. Generally, we can think that, if animals can survive a long time, there's nothing hunting them, there's nothing eating them. And that is exactly what our answer is here. So here is the answer to question 4. Because there were no ground level predators or enemies to eat those snakes, the lancehead were stranded there and they were able to reproduce rapidly because nothing was hunting them. Okay, so your answer to question 4 is right here in your text, explicitly stated, and the actual answer choice is choice C. Okay? All right, question 5. Which snake has stronger venom? The lancehead, the golden lancehead, their venom is about the same, or neither snake has venom. Okay, so we have to read a little bit, okay, and we need to go to the subsection titled The Snakes, though. And this is the section that discusses both the lancehead viper and the golden lancehead snakes. So you have to make sure that you read carefully in order to understand which snake is being talked about, the viper, the lancehead viper, or the golden lancehead. So right down here in pink, you see that I have the venom of the golden lancehead is 3 to 5 times stronger than that of the lancehead viper. This sentence right here gives us lots of information. It is our textual evidence that supports the idea of which snake has stronger venom. And not only does this sentence tell us which snake is stronger, it actually tells us how much stronger the venom is of the golden lancehead. So our answer is definitely B for number 5. But if I also ask, well, how much stronger? You should be able to tell me, because this sentence highlighted in pink right here, the venom of the golden lancehead is 3 to 5 times stronger than that of the lancehead viper. You should be able to tell me exactly how much stronger as well. All right, number 6. Golden lanceheads prey on A, birds visiting the island, B, local birds, C, other snakes, or D, ground rodents. Again, this answer is explicitly stated within the text. Over here, it says birds native to the land are too smart to be caught by the many predators that live there. The golden lancehead's toxic, fast-acting venom is necessary for the snakes to survive. They use their venom quickly to kill and then eat birds that visit the island to rest. So this is your information for question 6. This is the support. This is the textual evidence that you'll need in order to answer question 6 correctly. So the answer to question 6 is choice A. Question 7. The likelihood of you getting bitten by a golden lancehead in your lifetime is extremely likely, somewhat unlikely, or extremely unlikely. Well, let's go back to our first piece of evidence. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Let me go back over here. Our first piece of evidence states that it is so dangerous to visit the island that the Brazilian government has made it illegal to go there. So let's think. If it is illegal to go somewhere, we probably are not going to be going. Therefore, it might be really unlikely for us to be bitten by one of the snakes that are there. So this is a really good piece of evidence for question 7. However, this piece of evidence right here in blue is also a really good supporting detail. It says the Brazilian government is vigilant or watches very closely about protecting people from the snakes. Today, the Brazilian Navy monitors the lighthouse and makes sure that no visitors get too close to the island. Okay, and then it goes on to say these serpents are almost entirely separated from human beings. So really, there's no chance of you to get to this island. So it would be extremely unlikely for you to get bitten by one of these snakes, okay? So that would be a really good piece of text evidence for us to use if we needed to write about this topic or answer the question in more depth, okay? So this is really good information for the answer to question 7. All right, let's look at number 8. A person who has been bitten by a golden lancehead snake, A, may be dead within the hour, B, may experience melting flesh, C, must have been on Snake Island, or D, all of these. Well, if golden lanceheads are just living on Snake Island, well, then this person definitely must have been at Snake Island. However, let's see if we can find some more information. Right up here, it says that a human bitten by one, meaning a golden lancehead, could be dead within an hour. The poison is so strong that it is actually capable of melting human flesh. Okay, so that's pretty harsh, right? But here it is. Here is your specific information and textual evidence to help you answer question 8. So it's all of these, okay? All right, let's look at 9 and 10. Select one piece of evidence that supports the idea that lancehead vipers are dangerous too. So golden lanceheads we know are very dangerous, but lancehead vipers are also very dangerous. So which piece of textual evidence supports that? A bite from a golden lancehead is unlikely because they are isolated on Snake Island. Well, guys, that answer choice wouldn't work because it's talking about golden lanceheads. Remember, here we are discussing lancehead vipers. Keep that in mind, okay? So choice A isn't even about the lancehead vipers. All right, choice B. Because there were no ground level predators on the island, the lancehead snakes stranded there were able to reproduce rapidly. Well, this doesn't say anything about them being dangerous. It just talks about them reproducing. C, these serpents or snakes are almost entirely separated from human beings. Again, it's just saying that we're separated from them. It doesn't say anything about how dangerous they are. And then choice D, 90% of all snake bites in Brazil are caused by lancehead vipers. Here we go. This would be our best piece of evidence. And if you go back and look in our passage, right here is your specific piece of evidence, but it says that lancehead vipers are one of the most venomous snakes in the world. So that would also help us when answering this question also. Okay, so there's your text evidence. Textual evidence is very important. It helps us understand what it is we're reading a little bit more. All right, number 10. Select one detail from the article that supports this statement. Golden lanceheads are not the villains of made-up stories, but rather animals who have evolved or changed to survive in a challenging natural environment. So think of evolution. Think of how people have changed and evolved over time. Think about how animals have evolved and changed over time. It's a natural thing. So your answer choice here is going to indicate that nature has helped the golden lanceheads survive in this challenging environment. So what would be our best piece of evidence? A, Mother Nature helped the island snakes develop extra strong venom so that they could almost immediately kill any bird. B, birds native to the island are too smart to be caught by the many predators that live there. C, a bite from a golden lancehead is unlikely because they are isolated on Snake Island. Or D, the poison is so strong that it is actually capable of melting human flesh. Now remember, you have to support the idea that golden lanceheads have evolved or changed naturally over time. So your best answer choice would be choice A. Okay, because Mother Nature, it helps people, it helps animals evolve and change over time so that they could adapt to their environment. Okay? So these are all the answers. I'm just going to go and double check that I have an answer for each question, and it looks like it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and submit my answers. Let's see our score. Yay, we got 100, 10 out of 10. Okay, so here again are your answers for the questions to your comprehension check. If you do not understand any of these, please let me know. But also remember that you should be able to go back into the text and find textual evidence for every single question you are being asked. So we have found textual evidence. We put the question numbers next to each piece of evidence as well to prove our thoughts and understanding. Okay, so finding your textual evidence is very, very important when answering questions and supporting your ideas and thoughts. If you have any questions, please let me know.